Hi everyone, I'm Amena, and welcome back, explorers, to my vlog. And also, if you happen to be new here or a return visitor, please make yourself welcome and feel free to explore my channel and see what you might like to see. Now, with all that said, let's get on to the topics of this week. And, yeah, I kind of had something in my throat just now. So, yeah. Now, if you caught my last vlog, I mentioned that I am currently moving things from one laptop to a new laptop, and with that comes the added headache of OneDrive, which insists on stealing all my creative endeavors. Thank you very much, Windows, or Microsoft, or ah, whoever is doing it. Please stop. I don't want to have to keep deleting everything I do because you decided it's your creativity when it's not. Now, I know you're trying to sell more storage for stuff that we're creating, but uh, you already take our money and you charge us for more storage for the stuff that we already have creative license for. Yeah, I'm gonna be griping about that for who knows how long. Probably till I die. Yeah. Of course, there are people who say, oh, just remove OneDrive from your laptop. Now, for some, that might be a possibility. Some people who have an older school laptop can do that. I don't know if that's actually going to be feasible with this one, but all I can say is I'm going to leave that sucker full of stuff that I'm not going to care about and make sure that they can't steal anything more. Yeah, that's a way to make sure they don't get my stuff. Uh, but anyway, aside from that, because I'm taking time to move things from one laptop to another, there may be some hiccups with the scheduling I had in mind for Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Well, except for this coming week, I think. But the one consistent thing that will be continuing is, with any luck, my vlogs. And I'll try not to complain too much about OneDrive taking stuff. But one of the things I'm doing is trying to download and install Destiny 2, which is actually the number one free, uh, I think it's MMO or something. And of course, the number two one is Warframe. But, yeah, we already know Warframe is going to get a limited series that's going to consist of a prologue and an epilogue and 10, you heard me, 10 episodes in between the prologue and epilogue. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do the prologue and first episode on the same day, or I'm going to do the prologue one week, the next week the first episode. And the same with the last episode and the epilogue. But when we get to that, we'll get to that. And as long as we're talking about limited series, the next two that are up are Creativerse and Trove. Creativerse I can now do because this laptop has more memory on it. And yeah, it's enough to actually play it at this point. And Trove, although did not have the same limitations or memory issues, I will say that I do have issues with Trove. But I will get more into that during its limited series. Not right now. And as long as I'm talking about series, the reason I'm doing Destiny 2 is yes, a number of people are like, you gotta try this, you gotta play this, you gotta try this. And yeah, I won't say why, but Destiny 2 is going to get an episode for the fifth season of Exploring the Multiverse. And this will be the first hour of playing it. So, what you see after, or basically, first hour will be recorded. So, by the time you see that season, you may have already seen some other things that came after. But the point is, if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But it's still getting an episode or multiple because I'm doing the whole 20-minute installments versus the whole 1 hour thing. Yeah, I was forgetting how time consuming those uploads are. Yeah, I don't want to do that again. So, although there are some people who are like, oh, when are you getting to this particular game? I want to see this. Be patient. You'll see it when you see it. And if I say something is going to be in a season, you will see that in that season. And speaking of things like that, it's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little while for me to get to that point. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because there were two other games that I had wanted to do this last season but couldn't. Those were Fortnite, the Battle Royale mode, because that was the free one. I don't know if Save the World is also now free because, well, that's part of the reason I got it in the first place. I was hoping to play Save the World. Fortnite Save the World, but you had to pay something for it. Oh well. But since they did the Fortnite Battle Royale mode, that was free, and it has been going up. Well, it's been getting more popular. The other thing was I wanted to redo my original recording of Black Desert Online. Unfortunately, the original recording died along with one of my previous laptops. Not this one, not the one before this, but the one before that one. And the whole reason I did that was because it wasn't a free weekend. Well, it was cheap enough that when it came around, I was able to get it. So now I do own it, can come back to it whenever, but I will make a point of saying during this next season of Exploring the Multiverse, whether it is free to play or paid to play. I think I've been doing that, but memory, not the greatest. Anyway, uh, one of the last things I want to talk about is Second Life of all things. Now, I could possibly start exploring the Second Life up again so I can bring it to a close. Um, so I can continue it and finish up. Um, I don't know what season I was on, or if either way, I think I was putting First Steps of Second Life, which is its own thing. I was calling it first season, but in reality, it probably wasn't. Um, and then exploring Second Life communities, and I was getting into the gaming aspect. I might finish that up and say it's an entire season one because we just got done doing exploring IMVU season one. Um, but I think I lost track of what I was saying. Okay, there is such a thing, and correct, and I don't know if I've said this before or not, but there is such a thing as Second Life parents. Whether they be a Second Life mom, Second Life dad, or both parents, or just the one, whether it's a Second Life mom or a Second Life dad, or any combination. Basically, the SL parents are the ones who show you the ropes. Now, not everybody acknowledges that's what they're doing, that's what they're being, but some do, and do treat you like their children. Now, doesn't matter if you have one or multiple. The whole point is the first one will always have a bond with you. There will always be something there for them and you. And yeah, it doesn't matter if you have a new SL mother. The first one will always be the first. No one can take that from them. Ever. So don't feel too bad if you wind up saying calling somebody else your SL mom, whether it be mama, mom, mother, mommy, and the list goes on. And of course, that goes also with the SL father figures as well. Now, and part of the reason I'm saying this is because it helps me to make myself feel less guilty, if you want to call it that. Because, no, I don't think that's the right word. But you know what? The whole point is don't feel guilty if you have multiple parents. Because each and every one can share something new with you, teach you something new. Just like in real life, sometimes the birth parents, in some very, um, shall we say, darker situations, are not always going to be the right ones. And sometimes the parents you find for yourself are the best ones. But that's reality I'm talking about. And sometimes people who are having it rough in the real world do look towards games for an actual family of some sort. And of course, this is to the ones who insist games are not real and everybody in games aren't real. Um, you know what? I'd like to argue this point. If the person on the other side of the screen is talking to you and there is evidence that they are a real life person, they're very much real. And behind every screen and every avatar, the people behind them have feelings too. So, and yes, I'm quoting something I've seen many times in Second Life. I've seen a sign. Remember, the only thing that's real in Second Life are the emotions. You don't want to hurt them. Or something like that. But the biggest thing I want to say is yes, it was a Mother's Day. I missed it, sadly, I think. Or did I don't know if I missed it or not, but either way, happy Mother's Day, belated, to all the mothers, both in reality and in gaming and every place, whether it be through Discord, Facebook, um, games, it doesn't matter. If you fulfill a mother role, happy Mother's Day. As well as the fact that it's belated, but still, it's the wish that counts. Either way, I think I've talked your ears off long enough because I'm rambling at this point. I'm going to leave you all with this. If you have been enjoying my content, please feel free to leave a like and or subscribe. You can also leave a comment down below in the comment section. Be sure to hit the notification bell and be safe, be healthy, and as always, be true to you. Amena, signing out.
Tell me like a Hellcat.